All right, Bama Nation, we're back in from the break here on what is the hottest show on the streets, in my own words, the podcast. Yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, and it's time to get into one Mac Jones, quarterback for the Crimson Tide, and why, in my opinion, his leadership is ideal for this team, to have him as the starter to make this run for a national championship. But not just that, what Alabama needs to give him, or it should give him, from start to finish, the opportunity to fail. And I understand people want to see the future. People are enamored by newness. You look at Bryce Young, five-star quarterback, hot shot talent, potential phenom, as I should say, and a guy that has a lot of ability and capability to be something really, really special at the capstone here. So as much as people enjoy newness, as much as people are excited for Bryce Young, and don't get me wrong, I like to see what the young man does myself in terms of what he will bring to the table, but at the same time here, Mac Jones, to me, three reasons why I feel like his leadership is huge in terms of getting Alabama to a national championship. Number one, Mac is a very highly competitive human being. When I look at Tua Tagovailoa, as great as Tua was, and as dynamic as Tua was, there are moments where at times I thought about, does losing really bother, affect, hurt Tua? Is Tua really bothered by losing, right? Because the great ones, when they lose, it does something to them physically. Nick Saban hates losing more than he loves winning. Bill Belichick hates losing more than he loves winning. Michael Jordan hates losing. It rips something out of Michael Jordan. So the great ones, when they lose, it bothers them. It frustrates them. It almost takes on a tone of semi-depression for them, if you will. They can't stand losing. And although, Mac has this cackle of a laugh that reminds you of the Joker from Batman, Jones was interviewed a couple of times, quite a few times last season. And in one of the interviews, of which I was a part of, the question that was brought up was his competitive nature, because Jones and Coach Saban talk smack to each other. They talk trash to each other, and they do it for the fun of it. It's friendly smack, it's friendly trash, but Coach Saban goes at Mac. Mac turns around and throws the nasty back at his head coach. And of course, Mac was asked about that, and in all seriousness, he goes, "I've never been a loser. I've always won. Every program I've been a part of, whether it's Pee Wee League, High School League, Pop Warner League, you name it, I've been a winner everywhere I've been at. Even though there have been, great guys, great talent surrounding me, I've never been a loser. I've always won." And for me, winning is everything. Winning is the most important stat. You can have all the stats in the world, but if you're not winning, what good is it? That's always stuck with me. Losing hurts. Losing bothers me. I hate it. And he ended the conversation, no cackle, no laughter. Serious as a heart attack. Mac Jones hates to lose. Highly competitive young man. He is. And along with that, Coach Saban gave Jacob Coker, Blake Barnett, and Jalen Hurts all a chance to fail. And I know a lot of y'all looking at me like, "Steven, what do you mean by that?" Here we go right here. Remember the 2015 season, just a minute here. 2015, Jacob Coker was the guy, right? Jacob Coker, he started the year against Wisconsin, had a good game. Now, folks remember what Derrick Henry did, but Coker had a good game nonetheless. And then the next game against Middle Tennessee State, it was decent, but Coach Saban wanted a little bit more. He was like, "Coker, you're good, but you can give us more. You're capable of giving us better." And to start the Ole Miss game, Coker is benched for Cooper Bateman. Now, was that the right decision? To me, no, but once again, I'm not Nick Saban. So Cooper Bateman goes out there against Ole Miss, and God help poor kid, he wasn't ready for it, was not ready for it. Had turnovers left and right. Alabama was trailing in that game, dug itself into a huge hole. Jacob Coker comes off the bench and fire mad, ticked off, angry that he was benched to start the game, but he goes out there, leads that team, almost pulls off a dramatic come-from-behind win. Despite losing 43-37, Alabama figures out, hey, Jake Coker's the guy. When you look at 2016, I know a lot of people are going, well, Steven, Alabama threw Jalen Hurts out there. He threw him out there as a freshman. Nick Saban put him out there. Well, the reason why it happened is Blake Barnett, the first ever, five-star quarterback Alabama brought in under the Saban regime from Corona, California, Santiago High School. Blake Barnett got the first crack at USC that year. He had the first 3 to 4 possessions on the field, deer in headlights, nervous, anxious. Playboy couldn't move the football. And the Trojans had a 6-0 lead in that first quarter. And by the fourth series, Nick going, okay, enough is enough. Gave Blake Barnett a shot. He's struggling. He can't move the ball. Okay, Jalen, get out there. Hurts takes the field with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And remember, his first couple of series didn't result in scores. He had a fumble. He had a 3-and-out. I believe he also had an interception, but he did get his first touchdown in a throw to Ardarius Stewart, and that kind of jump-started it. So even though Jalen wasn't moving the ball in the first few possessions he was out there, Coach Saban left him out there because he gave Blake Barnett the opportunity to fail. Blake Barnett couldn't move the football, and Nick Saban says, okay, we're going to go with Jalen. We tried Blake Barnett. It didn't work. Let's see what Jalen can give us. Let's see what Jalen can provide. And the same thing with Jalen Hurts in 2017. Nick Saban, from start to finish, gave Jalen Hurts the opportunity to fail. And, of course, coach is looking like we have Calvin Ridley, All-American receiver. We got Robert Foster, by far the fastest player on the team. We've got Cam Sims, 6'5", big body target. And we've got Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs III, and Devontae Smith. There is no way on God's green earth that we are not scoring points at will. There is no way that we should not be putting the ball in the end zone, scoring points, having explosive big offense. And as much as the players like Jalen Hurts, as much as they respected Jalen Hurts, you could see the receivers very much so frustrated when they were not getting the football from Hurts. They were not getting the opportunity to score. And as much as Coach Saban loved Jalen, Coach Saban in the national championship game goes, Hurts, we appreciate you, man, but we need a fire. We need some juice. We need some offense. We need a spark. We need something to happen. And you're good, but we need more. You're good, but you can be better. And because we're having these struggles, we got to go to Tagovailoa, and we all saw what happened when that move was made. So Coker, Hurts, Barnett, all were given that chance. All were given that opportunity to fail. And I feel like from start to finish in this upcoming season, Mac Jones has earned that right. He has earned that opportunity to have that chance to prove if he's not the guy, he shows you that he is not the guy. And, also along with that, and going back to, Mac Jones's leadership, Jones has been in just about every venue in college football as a member of the Crimson Tide. He has been in some of the most hostile environments. And when you look at this upcoming season here, Alabama's got to travel to Ole Miss off the rip. Ole Miss, hostile, crazy, Vaught Hemingway Stadium, the Grove. They yell obscenities. They're going to be screaming in your face. They're going to be throwing stuff at you. The Ole Miss atmosphere is not a kind atmosphere. It's crazy. It's wild. It can be fun, but not a very kind atmosphere. And you got to go into that atmosphere. Do you really want to throw Bryce Young in that atmosphere off the rip? No spring practice. No spring. We're trying to see if Alabama's going to have summer practice, but do you really want to throw Bryce Young in all of that craziness off the rip? Then you have to go to Tennessee. Neyland Stadium, Knoxville, all of that craziness. Jeremy Pruitt improving that program. Do you really want to throw Bryce Young in there as the starter off the rip? Then you look at the pit of horror in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Tiger Stadium, where they have Mike the Tiger in an actual cage on the field. These LSU fans singing that song Neck, and you know the lyric to that song that they always sing. You got that going on. Then you also have, the LSU fans egging your car and, throwing those gestures at you, yelling, screaming at you. Do you really want to throw Bryce Young in that also? So there's going to be some hostile environments in the upcoming season. But a guy in Mac Jones who has been in the system going on to his 4th season, he's played in some hostile environments, played against Auburn as the starting guy when Tua went down, played against Michigan. Michigan with a hostile defense, and he was able to do quite well, I must say. So the competitiveness of Mac Jones, the leadership that he has, Alabama has given other quarterbacks a chance to fail. Give Mac Jones the opportunity to prove if he's not the guy, that he's not the guy. Give him that chance to show you what he can really do from start to finish. But as always, Tide fans, you want the best in news, notes, information, and coverage on your Crimson Tide. You can get this by downloading the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. You can get it from your iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. We got the podcast options if you feel it. iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast.fm, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio. We got you covered. If the good and gracious Lord sees fit, I'll be back on Friday with more Alabama football. But until next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands' children. Legitimately now, find those ways to not be bored. Get those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. Protect yourself. Protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, spinning my own words. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.